All right, with this one, we're gonna be working on driving a little hip internal rotation into the joint as we sink back into a flexed position. This is a lot of compression on the hip joint, so it's not super comfortable. Ideally, we're just feeling a lot of like pressure. We want to avoid pinchy ranges of motion. So I'm going to have you wind up the hip internal rotation first, then you're going to sink back into the flexion. So if you start to get pinchy at a certain point in the flexion, you're not going to push into that range. You're going to keep it above the pinchy point, but we're okay with pressure, and it's just not super comfortable. So you're going to start out on your hands and knees. You want like a yoga block or something of that shape to go between your knees. It needs to be about like keeping your knees about hip distance apart. So if this were too narrow, it would bring my knees in, versus if it was super wide, I'd be out here. So whatever you're squeezing, it needs to keep you like knees about hip distance apart. In the clinic, I've used a 12-inch foam roller. Sometimes smaller medicine balls work fine as well. Okay, so you're on your hands and knees here. What we're gonna do first is we wanna move both legs into internal rotation. So internal rotation meaning my thigh bones are spiraling in. As that happens, your feet will move out, but that's not really our focus. Our focus is just on getting that thigh bone to spiral in. I'm getting a lot of contraction through the front of the hip to do this. Once you get that contraction and you're really squeezing those muscles, you're gonna hold that, and then you're gonna start slowly rocking back. Find your end range that you can tolerate where it's pressure but not pinching. And I want you to hold this position for time, really contracting those muscles that helped you internally rotate your hip. At the end of your prescribed time, you'll come out of the hip flexion first, then come out of the hip internal rotation.